Thanks for joining us. More than 200,000 hourly workers in Minnesota got a raise today.
The increase is the latest in a series of phased-in increases that the legislature passed in 2014. Before 2014, the minimum wage for small employers was $5.25 an hour, and for large employers, it was $7.25. That wage has gone up every year since. Today, the new minimum wage for small employers is $7.75 an hour, and for large employers, it's $9.50 an hour. Esme Murphy takes a look at the impact of the increases in Minnesota.
Jack's Cafe in Northeast Minneapolis is a Twin Cities institution, but today and most Mondays it is now closed. The owner says that's a direct result of the increased minimum wage law.
We chose to close on Mondays other than the month of December, and for private parties to try to have a little bit of overtime as possible.
Owner Bilkos stressed he is not opposed to minimum wage hikes for his non-tipped employees, but he says the fact that the law signed by Governor Mark Dayton in 2014 includes minimum wage increases for his tipped servers and bartenders has forced him to raise prices.
Some restaurants can have counter service and eliminate that tipped employee that's a server. That's not what we're all about.
Joe Vaux, who works at a Dinkytown bike shop and has worked minimum wage jobs all his life, sees it differently.
It's still not great. I remember back when it was like 6 or 5 something, and even now it's felt like it's been not a big jump from where it has been.
Joe told us in the year he has worked here, he has gotten several raises and now makes more than $10 an hour. But he still struggles to make ends meet.
If I work like 7 days a week, something like 80 plus hours, then it gets close.
Because Minnesota's unemployment rate is one of the lowest in the country, many businesses are actually paying hourly workers more than even the new higher minimum wage. Supporters of these wage hikes argue they have boosted the Minnesota economy. Critics say Minnesota's economic surge has happened despite the hikes and not because of them.
Yeah, so Esme, we've seen the hike since 2014. What's the future in the next couple of years?
Well, it won't go up next year, but it could go up in years after that. Part of that 2014 law has a provision that kicks in 2018 and says if the minimum wage will be adjusted annually for inflation.
All right. Esme, thank you.